Hey folks, this is Dr. Comet64, and today I'm going to be doing a album review. I haven't done an album review in a while, so hey. This is a band, I've already did one album already, a review of an album that they did, and I did it back like in November. It was Once Upon a Dream, and I'm talking about the Young Rascals. Obviously they were called then they were called the Young Rascals from '66 to very late '67, and then early '68 they came out with the album Once Upon a Dream, which I've already did the review already right here. You can tell. So that was a while back, and it's off of this original album series. So you got 5 of the original albums. I've already shown this already on the previous video, but today I'm going to be reviewing their third third studio album, and it's called Groovin from 1967. Oh yeah, the summer of love. This Groovin is such a quintessential, just wonderful, beautiful pop tune from that time period. You know what I mean? The summer of love, 1967. It's happy together, and all that stuff. It was for the time, you know what I mean? And this is by far probably one of the most beautiful, loving album, and this was sort of the big change for them. They had their first album, just called The Young Rascals, and then they had collections from early '67, which still had that early rock, garage, still mixed in with the blue-eyed soul, and this is absolutely just mixes in with everything. This was sort of the big change for them. For the guys. I mean, they really, really were really changing big time. You know what I mean? They were really above their game, like in very early '67. I mean, really, that time they came out with, I've Been Lonely Too Long, and Love Is a Beautiful Thing, and you got all those just great songs. But here, this album is just so, except for You Better Run. That was actually recorded I think in mid '66, I believe, and I think they just threw it in because as apparently there were, I think, 4 singles off of this album. So you have Groovin', How Can I Be Sure, A Girl Like You, You Better Run, which I think came out before this album actually came out, and an Italian version of Groovin'. Yeah. And there was a cover by Booker T and the MGs. They did a version of Groovin', later in that summer of '67. So this album, a little bit of backstory here. So here's the back here. This was probably in early '67, I want to say, maybe during that time. I don't know, because there's still, I don't know. They looks like this photo may have been taken like in April, maybe May of '67. And it's just so, I just love it, like the Atlantic label. Like, I love these, like, replica things are so cool. And what the most coolest thing ever, and I know there's been, so many different copies, so many, like, different covers where they'll have, the hype sticker, they'll have it saying, this LP has the biggest hit, Groovin'. But on here it says, How Can I Be Sure? So, figure, since they already named their album Groovin', I mean, what's the point of having that little thing here grooving on it again, you know what I mean? Might as, because I think at this time when this was released, I think A Girl Like You had just came out. And I don't know why they put How Can I Be Sure on here. I mean, maybe maybe they had, duplicate hype stickers and they, figured, hey, what the hell, So this album rose to number 5 in August of 1967. It was released July the 31st of that year. And anyways, let's go ahead and get started. And the album cover here, guess who actually did the album cover? Was this guy right here, Dino. Let me see, look in the back. I'm looking in the back of the album here. Dino Denali was the, yes. But the cover illustration looks like was done by Lynn Rubin. But the idea was done by the drummer right here. And then, here he is right here in the back. His actual photo. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. This is like a fascinating album. Like, I can't believe it. It's just like, Happy Together. These guys are just so like, everybody knows them. Everybody knows them of Groovin, and so is the Turtles with Happy Together. But like a lot of their album tracks are just fantastic. You know what I mean? Just brilliant. But anyways, so track one, side one, starting off the album is "A Girl Like You," and Felix, he just like, oh, this song is incredible. I love the horns. I just love the I don't know what it's all about. So just awesome. And by the way, the album was recorded very late, 66 into June of 67, which in fact, by that point, they've already released the single Groovin. But Girl Like You, what a great song. The song went to number 7 during the time the album was released, and what a great song. I mean, a couple of people had covered this. John Travolta had covered this song off of his first solo album, which featured, "Gonna Let Her In, Gonna Let Her In." It's corny, but I actually in fact, I kind of like that album a little bit, the John Travolta, but I don't really care too much about it anymore. But anyway, "Find Somebody." What an interesting song. This is so quintessential for its time. I really love the "You better find somebody." I just love how you have Felix and Eddie kind of mixed in there, and it's such a cool, like, really like psyche kind of song, and it's so cool. Like, you know what I mean? They would definitely take this to the next level for "Once Upon a Dream," which I've already reviewed already, and I've highly praised that album so much off that review. But this is a fascinating song. I really love this. Felix, good song. And then "I'm So Happy Now," which was actually written by the rhythm guitarist Gene Cornish. He sings the song, and man, he really has a talented voice, especially off of "Once Upon a Dream." And even he has a couple of songs that he does on collections. But this is such a really like happy, bouncy like song. "I'm so happy now." It's just such a cool little thing. You know what I mean? Gene, he's very just so underrated. He's an underrated singer. He's such a great rhythm guitarist too. I mean, I would have him up there as probably one of the greatest '60s guitarists. If I had a list. But anyways, what a great song. "I'm So Happy Now," and the fourth track is "Sueno." Now, I love the beginning. It's so psychedelic, and then da 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 da. But it almost sounds like a Beatles song. It sounds like something that would have been off of like Revolver or something. And think about it, this album came out like what, after 2 months, like maybe even a month after, Sergeant Pepper. And this song just has that Beatles, that Revolver. You know what I mean? Like this song is just so interesting. I just love the da 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 da. It just sounds like something Ringo would do, and the production is so cool. It's like feel like you're just on this like river adventure. You know what I mean? About to go on this long trip. Never come back. It's I really like this song very much. And ending side one is "How Can I Be Sure?" What can be said? No introduction. This is like one of the most greatest songs of the '60s. I mean, Eddie Bugardi nails the song. Like he's just like, "How can I be sure? I really, really, really want to know." It just has like that, that 3/4 times. It's like the trumpets. I love the, this. It's like you believe every word that that he says in the song, and it's just so beautiful. I mean, it's such a wonderful, great song. I mean, this was like a top 10 hit. I mean, this was a big hit. This went to like number 6, in the fall of '67, and this is such a great song. I mean, probably one of the greatest, probably, and it's just great song. And then we get side 2, "Groovin." Again, no introduction. I mean, what can be said about this song? I mean, this is just like, again, everybody knows this song. Everybody that heard oldies radio, or even like maybe even heard this song, like people like know this song. Like I think everybody knows this song. You know what I mean, it's just grooving on a Sunday afternoon. Uh, you know, uh, just so much great lyrics in this song. I mean, it's so awesome. Felix is just absolutely incredible. Life won't be the same. You and me and let's leave. I mean, just like on a Sunday afternoon. I mean, on a Sunday, yeah. Did I say Sunday morning? Sunday afternoon. Yeah, Sunday afternoon. And I just love it. I mean, like, it's very minimalistic. I mean, you hear the bongos. I mean, there's just so much great production in this song. I mean, probably one of the greatest '60s song right there with "How Can I Be Sure," you know. Track two is now we're on side two now, which I've already yeah. Did I say that? Okay. Track two is "If You Knew." Now this was a B side, I believe, to a song. I believe a one. I think it was a B side to I think "How Can I Be Sure." I may not be correct on that, or "A Girl Like You." I think I don't know. I love this song. It's duoed with Felix and Eddie. They both have, they're both kind of singing together. You know, if you knew just how I... They both kind of like, blend in with each other in the song. It's a nice, like, almost sounds a bit bubblegummy a little bit, but it has a very tasteful uh, vibe to it. You know what I mean? And I really like the double vocal with Felix and Eddie. It's just a great pop. It's a nice little pop tune. The next song is "I Don't Love You Anymore," sung by Gene. It's a very lovely song. I love the way Gene delivers in the song. Uh, it's it's very different. It seems like it wouldn't be too much fitted with this album, but it kind of really settles down with a lot of the pop stuff that you hear and stuff and all that, and it's really nice. You know, what I mean, I really like the, I really love the delivery, the song here. I don't love you anymore. And then the next song is "You Better Run." So this was already recorded, already released before this album, way before this album, 1966. And you can definitely tell it sounds like something from their first album, or even collections for that matter. And I love I just love that just chugging guitar. I love the "You better run, you better hide." I just love it. It's just such a garage, just you know what I mean. And I don't like again. I don't know why they fit this. I don't know why they put this on this album. I mean, I guess they didn't have any other songs. They were like, oh, okay, we'll just put this song in. It's not like it's not a bad thing. I mean, I'm just saying, just doesn't really fit too well on this album. I mean, you've heard a lot of just psyche. There's a lot of just psychedelic. From like Find Somebody, Sueno, like If You Knew, like definitely for this time. But it's so weird how they have this song on here. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's such a great song. But Felix, man, he just screams. Just it's just like great song. Then the fourth song is "A Place in the Sun." Now this is a Eddie ballad, and I love Eddie's ballads. Right? Definitely with "Once Upon a Dream," like "Rainy Day" and "Hawaii." This is just it's such a nice, lovely song. I definitely love the percussions and all the for the time period, and for this time '67. It's a very lovely song. I mean, it's Eddie Regardi. I mean, great guy. Great vocalist. And then ending the album is "It's Love," sung by Felix. Yet again, it's a slow, but kind of has a bit of a bit of an upbeat kind of move to it a little bit. I love the flutes. The flutes kind of they really shine on this song a lot, and it's a really good song to kind of end the album. You know what I mean? That definitely fit in, and yeah. This is so cool. I mean, I definitely love how they replicate on these original album series. How they replicate these album covers, but um, but So that is my review of Groovin by the Young Rascals. It is a very fascinating album. I mean, folks, check it out. I mean, these guys are just talented people. I mean, they really are just super super. And hopefully I can get more into their. I don't, yeah, you know, what I mean, I'm not really too familiar with their early albums. You know what I mean? Because I really need to listen to more of them, and hopefully in the future I'll review, their two early albums, and then get into some of their later stuff like C and Search and Nearness from the early '70s. But folks, that is my review of Groovin by the Young Rascals. Hope you guys enjoy this. Have a great day.